Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most exciting transformations happening in Central Europe. We're talking about Lublin, Poland. If you haven't visited or even heard much about it lately, you are missing out on a massive success story. We're going to analyze the last 10 years of development and investment in this Eastern Polish powerhouse. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why Lublin has earned the title of one of Poland's fastest growing cities. The question we need to answer is simple. Is Lublin worth the investment, the visit, or the move? Let's find out. When you think about Polish growth, cities like Warsaw, Kraków, or Gdańsk usually come to mind first. But silently, relentlessly, Lublin has been rewriting its own narrative for decades. It was often overlooked, sometimes viewed as a quiet, charming academic city, but perhaps lacking the economic dynamism of its Western peers. That perception has completely changed, particularly due to massive infrastructure projects that have totally integrated it into the European network. The most visible testament to this transformation is the spectacular new Central Transport Station. This isn't just a new bus stop or train depot. It's a modern, multimodal hub that seamlessly connects rail, long-distance buses, and urban transport, all under one roof. Think about what this does for accessibility. Suddenly, commuting within the city is easier. And connecting to Warsaw, the rest of Poland, and even neighboring countries, is faster and more streamlined than ever before. This kind of investment signals seriousness. It tells the world that Lublin is open for business, ready to facilitate the movement of people and goods efficiently. The new station is more than concrete and steel. It's a gateway that has fundamentally reduced the friction of doing business here, making Lublin a far more attractive proposition for companies and tourists alike. But infrastructure is only half the battle. What about the economy? 10 years ago, the idea of Lublin competing with cities like Wrocław or Poznan in the tech space might have sounded ambitious. Today, it's a reality. Lublin has experienced a phenomenal boom in the IT and startup sector. This didn't happen by accident. The city government focused heavily on creating the right ecosystem. They leveraged the existing academic talent pool, more on that in a minute, and offered incentives for tech companies to set up shop. Now, you see global players establishing R&D centers here, attracted by lower operational costs compared to Western Europe and a highly skilled, multilingual workforce. This tech boom has had a domino effect. It's raised average salaries, diversified the local economy away from traditional manufacturing, and created a vibrant, youthful professional culture. Startups thrive in this environment because the talent pipeline is constantly being refreshed by the local universities, and the cost of entry is lower. If you are looking for a place in Poland where the tech scene is still growing rapidly and hasn't hit saturation point yet, Lublin needs to be high on your list. This tech vitality is the engine driving much of the city's recent success. And speaking of universities, Lublin isn't just home to one or two decent universities. It's a massive student city, hosting some of Poland's most prestigious institutions, like Maria Curie-Skłodowska University and the Medical University of Lublin. This density of higher education institutions means two things for the city. First, it brings a constant stream of young people, creating a lively, dynamic atmosphere full of cafes, cultural events, and nightlife. Second, and critically for the economy, it generates a continuous supply of highly educated graduates ready to enter the local workforce. In fact, Lublin often boasts one of the highest concentrations of students per capita in Poland. This academic strength fuels the IT boom, supports the thriving medical sector, and ensures that the city's intellectual capital remains extremely high. It's the ultimate sustainable resource. Companies don't have to worry about finding qualified staff. They just need to tap into the well-structured pipeline coming out of the local campuses. The collaboration between the universities and the business community has become incredibly tight over the last decade, turning theoretical knowledge into practical economic growth. So, let's summarize the last 10 years. Lublin has fundamentally redefined itself. It transformed from a regional academic center into a key European logistics node with the new transport hub. It successfully pivoted its economy to embrace the future through a massive IT and startup boom. And it solidified its long-term potential by leveraging its powerful academic foundation. Is Lublin worth it? Absolutely. Whether you are an investor looking for a high-growth market, a company seeking skilled talent, or perhaps a student or young professional looking for a dynamic and affordable place to live and work, Lublin offers compelling advantages that many larger Polish cities simply cannot match anymore. It offers the history and charm of a classic European city paired with the relentless forward momentum of a modern economic engine. The growth here isn't speculative. It's built on solid infrastructure, smart economic policy, and world-class education.